Alright, so I have been wanting to do this forever, spending all of Bill Gates' money. I mean, who would not want to do that? I've seen so many YouTubers attempt this challenge and go through it in sort of a plain way, but I thought I could connect it to politics. It's the time of the season of, happiness, forgiveness, gift giving, democratic debates, and wealth taxes. Overall, it's a good time for it. Something fun to do around the holidays, a little bit light on the political side that might show you a new perspective on how much wealth $90 billion really is as I go down this list. Before I get started, let me note that not all of this money is cash. A lot of it is stock holdings, different assets, and it's not all completely liquidable right now, but I'm going to assume that all of this wealth can be converted into cash easily. And the wealth is still that wealth. It represents the power and holding and positions in a marketplace. So either way, it gives a good representation of what this equates to. Alright, so let's get started. We have $90 billion to spend. It starts off really cheap and then it progresses to more expensive items. So right off the bat, we have some food items, some delicacies in America, the Big Mac. Now I'll be honest, I'm not a McDonald's guy, and it might be really unpopular to say, but BK is better, Burger King. I'm sorry, McDonald's, you have the fries, alright? But look at this scam right here. Look at this little piece of bread in the middle to make you think you earned something by spending extra money for a Big Mac. That piece of bread represents emptiness and sorrow, okay? McDonald's only has French fries. Burgers, anything else, take me to BK. But anyway, I'll buy like 50. Alright, so put a big dent in our budget. We're almost running out of money, but whatever. Cups of coffee. My friend Colton, he appears on my channel sometimes. Check out those videos. He's a very smart guy, aerospace engineer. If you need a plane constructed someday, once he gets out of college, he'll build that plane for you to help him recover from the massive student loan debt. Alright, I'll buy him a lot of coffee, just so he has it, you gotta be courteous for the cult, man. Alright, books too. So we need a lot of books. People who don't read books end up not being smart, and if you're not smart, you vote for, you thought of a candidate. Whatever candidate you thought of when I said if you're not smart, you'll vote for them, let me know in the comments. And if you do read books, you'll be smart and vote for, also put who you vote for if you're smart in the comments. Alright, so video game. This shows the original Halo, or is that one of the original Halos? I'm not very well versed in regular Xboxes. I grew up on GameCube fam, so GameCube I'll have to say, let's just assume it's a video game. So it's any game, so I could get GameCube, Xbox, Atari, Wii, Leapfrog pads, charitable donations. We like charity around here. We love charity. Headphones. You know what? My headphones go through hell. They are always breaking. Sometimes the wires get cut off, or the connection doesn't work right on my Xbox headset, or I'll be listening to music and I fall asleep and I wake up and I rolled over onto my headphones and they're cracked in half and I just cry all night. You ever get that? Yeah, I need a lot of headphones. Because if I don't have a lot of headphones, then whenever I have one break, I'll have to buy a new one. So why not just buy them in bulk? Costco that shit. Next, a skateboard. I don't know how to skateboard, but I think it would be really dope if I could get a skateboard and put it together with a lot of other skateboards and make one big skateboard. So I want to do that. Bike. I do like riding bikes. Now, the same with the skateboards. You get 4 bikes, put them together, you have a car. Drone. You know what? Obama bought 400% more drones to use in drone strikes than George Bush did. So we have to buy 400 drones. Math. Alright, so we bought a lot of stuff so far. 800 or 80 game consoles. We're gonna buy 400 drones. Oh, we're running out of money, dude. $90 billion. Look how much stuff we bought. So, designer handbag, buy a couple. Jet ski. Oh, climate change. Dude, the ocean's rising right now. So, therefore, if the ocean rises and water covers everything, the roads will turn to water. Therefore, jet skis are the motorcycles of the climate change disaster. So I want to have a lot of climate change cycles. A speedboat. Now, speedboats are like the Ferrari of the climate disaster, because once all the roads are water and all the boats are sinking, and all the cars are sinking, you need your speedboat to pass all the food trucks. So what's the equivalent of the food truck in the climate disaster? You know what? As more vehicles come, we're gonna make a list of vehicles that will prepare you for the climate disaster, for when the world becomes ocean. Monster truck, $150,000. So I can buy 51 Teslas, 50 food trucks, monster truck. Okay, we bought 90 monster trucks. Check the price tag. We're still here. Helicopter, $175,000 a piece. 20. 30. We could buy 40 private helicopters, 50 private helicopters, 60 private. You know what? I'll stop there for now. Ferrari, $200,000 a piece. We could buy 10 Ferraris, 20 Ferraris. Okay, let's just go up to 100 Ferraris. Let's see. Oh boy. Wow, look at that price. So Bill Gates, $90 billion. 20. Now, many say rich people are necessary to create a foundation for growth, and monopolies are necessary to drive down costs and, you know, to spur production and an economy. But there is a point of gluttony. There's a point where capitalism turns to corporatism and oligarchy. Just remember that. There comes to a point where someone gets so rich that they're not helping anymore. 2001 townhouses. Bar. Alright, so let's buy... Okay, we're not buying that many bars. Alright, let's buy 500 bars. Pizza shops. 1,000 pizza shops. Now, recognize this as well. When you buy something like a bar, you buy something like a pizza shop, you buy something like a Super Bowl ad, even a bar of gold, even a beach house. These are all things that could appreciate in value and return investment to you. They will be sustainable and keep on making money. So not only can you buy a lot of items, but you can get the stranglehold of so many different industries just because you're that rich. It's not just being able to afford commodities, it's being able to afford the entire economy. And that's why this is so dangerous for small businesses. Because look at this. They buy pizza shops, they buy bars. What position is there for the normal guy? It's not just about it being unfair. It's bad economically. But anyway, back to the fun stuff. I'll buy a beach house for $5 million. I'll buy 25 million $5 million beach houses. I don't want to be too gluttonous. A yacht. You know what? Yachts are only 10 milli. Like, dude, I could buy 10 yachts and still have 84 bill left over. Look at this. Oh my goodness. $15 million F-16 fighter jets. I could, in theory, with my wealth, instill my own mercenary force, which is kind of far-fetched. Some scholars think it's not far-fetched that a rich person may someday try to own their own land and own military and also own their own country, basically. There's a theory that that might happen someday. So they could afford 125 $15 million F-16 jets. Skyscraper, $50 million. Now this is getting pricey, so let's buy 20. Mansion, 50 mil. You know, we'll buy 20 of these too. Pretty expensive. $50 million, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. So a rocket, $20 million. Dollars. $60 million. I bought 20 of the 60. 20 of 60 million. My bad. Anyway. Passenger jet. Let's just buy a couple passenger jets. We can afford 25. Mona Lisa. Alright. Oh, there's only one. Cruise ship. $1 trillion. Let's buy $1 billion. My bad. Not trillion. Boy. 15 $1 billion cruise ships. Let's buy every NBA team because I love the basketballs. The basketball. I love the basketball. I now own LeBron. MLB. I'll own 10 MLB teams. Actually, no, I don't like baseball that much. 5. 4 NFL teams. Because I like, you know, I'm more of an NBA fan, so, you know. So, $90 billion of worth. I'm going to try to spend all of it. So, since we have this pocket change left over of $800 million, I mean, we can look at our receipt quick. So, we bought 51 Big Macs, 51 books. We donated to charity $100 100 times. We bought 70 pairs of Air Jordans, which, if you're a sneakerhead, you know how expensive those get. 52 smartphones. Everyone knows how expensive those are. Bike. We bought 4 bikes. 10 designer handbags that were around $10,000 a piece. 40 4K televisions that were around $10,000 a piece. 31 rollies, $15K a piece. Food trucks. We bought 50 food trucks for no reason. That was, I forget how much it was exactly, but it was like $150,000. We bought 90 monster trucks, 101 Ferraris, $200,000 a piece, 90 fire trucks. We bought 501 bars. We bought 5 blocks of gold, bars of gold. That was like $500,000 a piece. 20 beach houses, 125 F-16s, 20 mansions, 25 passenger jets. I think they costed what 15 like what was it, like 15 billion or 1.5 billion dollars, 15 cruise ships, 53 cups of coffee, 55 video games, 63 headphones, 30 skateboards, 79 game consoles, 401 drones, 52 jet skis, 18 diamond rings, 40 speedboats, 51 Teslas, 61 helicopters, 96 Lamborghinis, 2001 townhouses, 10,000 pizza shops, 10 Super Bowl ads, $5 million a piece, 10 yachts, $10 million a piece, 20 skyscrapers, 20 rockets. We bought the Mona Lisa. And after all of that, we still had enough money to buy 5 MLB teams, 4 NFL teams, and all 30 NBA teams. After that, we had that much money to buy those teams. Plus, don't forget, what's right here? We still have $800 million left. So after buying all of these things, we still have $800 million left. So we could buy another passenger jet. We could buy fire trucks. But I want to go back to the start to really show what this means for us. Because Big Macs, whatever, we spend that to go out to eat. We feel bad about it. We have hardworking people really working their asses off. And having to feel bad about going for a Big Mac or a cup of coffee every single day after work, after their work, their labor that's producing so much money for someone who owns the company. If you want to read, it's pretty expensive to read, and it's time consuming. So after a long, hard day of work, you want to read, you have to buy a book, and then you have to sit down and read it. Video games, that's a distraction. So we'll spend money on that. Headphones, for good headphones, that's something that's cheaper in a marketplace like this, because it's something that doesn't matter. Things that don't matter get cheaper in these economies. Things that do matter get more expensive. It's a correlation. Food gets more expensive. Knowledge, schooling, healthcare gets more expensive. But headphones, Air Jordans, skateboards, smartphones, game consoles all get less expensive in this type of economy where we have a monopoly ruling class. More down, Air Jordans, stuff that people like to wear, and this is $200. Many people would think this is their Christmas present. They'll be lucky if their parents buy them a pair of $200 shoes for Christmas. You could just go crazy on that. $600 smartphone, whatever. No big deal. Console, whatever. Not a big deal. And you can do all this stuff that people will think is ludicrous, and you'll still have this much money left over, and people will still be defending you as if they know that macroeconomic theory, and they'll lie to you about that macroeconomic theory that says that we need monopolies, we need the billionaires to create money for us. We have a system in place that could work without this much immense wealth. Now, where this wealth can be used effectively is in places like Africa. So what Bill Gates, for example, since he's the topic of discussion, what he does in Africa is great, because he's pouring money into a place that has no system, no structure that could actually facilitate curing things like malaria and looking for health advancements. But when you have someone like him in an American economy, it does nothing but suck blood from the people who work the hardest to produce for that economy. And I just hope if you go through this list and see me go through this and add so many products, so many of these crazy products, Super Bowl ads, you just keep on buying more Super Bowl ads. Like, I've been spamming this button for a while now, and I'm struggling to spend this money. I'll buy more F-16s, I'll buy more mansions. This will make it go down quick. Then you buy this many mansions, you still have $55 million left over. Buy another mansion, $5 million left over. Now we're at $5 million. We're getting close to the realm of what an average American worker makes. We're getting close. We're getting very close. But we can still buy a beach house and own it. Probably that's a beach house somewhere really expensive, like SoCal. You still have $687,000 left. And this right here is what they tell you is rich. This is what they want to tell the middle class is rich. They want them to believe a number that's obtainable to them is rich, when in reality, people who make this much money are not manipulating the system. They're not changing anything for anyone else's lives. They're not changing it. But the rich, who are literally billionaires, $100 billionaires, they are the ones that people talk about when they talk ultra rich. They're not talking person who makes that much money. Now we bought 3 more fire trucks. We're at $87,000. We're down to a normal wage for a middle class family, maybe a lower class, depending what area you're in. Now remember, this much money, you could just look through this again, take a screenshot. I'm not going to read through it, but just know you could own everything. And not only do you own everything, you own everything that makes money. So it all compounds and it all feeds into the vicious cycle of income inequality and an unhealthy economy. And we keep burning money going into debts and recessions and following this false truth.